Hey, I'm not moving to Spain or Portugal. My heart is still set on Australia, but until then, I'm staying proudly nomadic. But hundreds of you in the Pride Nomad community are trying to decide between these two digital nomad visas right now. And while I've got no horse in the Siberian race, I do care about you making a choice that's actually aligned, conscious, and actually good for your soul. So today we're breaking it down. Spain versus Portugal! Not just the visa rules and income requirements, but the real stuff. What's it actually like to be queer in these countries? What's happening with housing protests, tourist backlash, and rising resentment towards nomads like us? And what are the long-term stakes like taxes, residency, and citizenship? Now this might be the most important visa comparison you'll hear all year. And hey, if you're already thinking, just tell me which one's right for me, I built something to help you with that. It's called the Pride Nomad Index. And guess what? It's free when you subscribe to the Pride Nomad letter at pridenomadyt.com. You'll see how top LGBTQ+ nomad countries stack up based on lived experience, not travel brochures. The link's below the video. Subscribe to get the index instantly. And by the way, subscribe to this channel as well. All right, let's dive in. When I first looked into this, I thought I'd just do a side-by-side visa breakdown, but it got complicated really fast. Because the question isn't just which country is easier, it's also what's the real cost of being there? How do I show up ethically as a guest in someone else's country, especially when there's protests against us? And will this place actually see me, not just tolerate me? Especially if you're queer, trans, solo, or just human, you don't just want a legal path. You want a place where you'll feel safe, seen, and possibly even home. So let's break it down Pride Nomad style. Clear, real, and no BS. Okay, eligibility. Let's go to Spain. Minimum income requirement before taxes, 2,762 euros a month. You need a university degree or 3+ years of experience in whatever it is you do. You must prove your company or client has existed for at least 1 year. You can apply while you're in the country if you're entering as a tourist. As for Portugal, the minimum income, say that 3 times fast, is higher. It's 3,480 euros a month after taxes. You got to have a 12-month lease before you apply, which means you've got to kind of take the risk there, right? And the application must be made from your home country or consulate. Here's my take. Portugal may sound easier until you realize you're committing to a lease before you've even stepped foot there. Spain weirdly gives you more wiggle room, especially if you're already in Europe and figuring out things on the fly. Now for taxes. Both countries will make you a tax resident. That means full income tax based on what you actually earn. Here's my take on that. This isn't some clever tax dodge, it's a life choice, and you should make it with both eyes open. Residency and citizenship. In Spain, you get a 3-year permit, permanent residency after 5 years, and citizenship after 10 if you want to stay that long. Dual citizenship is usually not allowed. As for Portugal, 2-year renewable permit, citizenship after just 5 years. Dual citizenship is allowed. Here's my take. Portugal wins hands down here. It gets you to an EU passport faster, and you don't have to give up your original citizenship. As for LGBTQ+ life, Spain first. Big, visible queer culture. PDA is totally normal. Cities like Madrid, Barcelona, and Sitges are unapologetically gay. Portugal is a bit more reserved. Lisbon and Porto have queer scenes, but they're quieter. Outside the cities, it gets conservative quickly. So here's my take. Spain is a pride parade. Portugal is a poetry reading. Pick the energy that feels like you. I love Portugal. I like Spain a lot. You can pick and choose. Remember, there's different areas of each country. So bear that in mind. Let's talk now about the housing crisis and the backlash that you've been hearing about. Spain boasts anti-tourism protests in Barcelona, even Mallorca, and Madrid. There's a growing resentment towards foreign buyers and digital nomads. You're seeing legislation against Airbnb as well. Politicians are feeling the pressure to tighten policies. Now in Portugal, housing prices have more than doubled. That stresses me out. Entire neighborhoods are pricing out locals too. Some cafes literally say no nomads or no laptops. So here's my take. I'm not saying don't go. I'm saying that if you do go, go as a guest. Contribute, connect. Don't be a colonizer in a linen shirt with a MacBook. And by the way, just bear this in mind. When I went back to Portugal to potentially live, I was freaked out by the huge increase in housing prices. Food was pretty much the same, but housing literally had doubled. And I left because I was offended by that. And guess who created that problem? We did. So be mindful of that. And also understand that other parts of either country do have other areas that are not feeling that stress of tourism. So consider being outside the gay central areas and go elsewhere to explore and experience rural areas. So which one wins? Here's what may surprise you. On the Pride Nomad Index, Spain actually ranks #1 overall. Portugal comes in at a very respectable number 4. So even in those rankings, they're a starting point because the best country isn't the one with the easiest visa, it's the one where your life feels like it fits, where the energy is right for you. Now if you want to see the full index and how we rank the top LGBTQ plus nomad countries, it's free when you subscribe to the Pride Nomad letter. Go to PrideNomadYT.com to get yours right now. Every Tuesday it comes out for free, where you get the best tools, tips, and strategies to live your best borderless life. No hype, no spam, just real insights from someone who's lived it and built this for people like us. The link's below. So subscribe, grab the index, and stop spinning in circles. I'm Ken Krell, and this is the Pride Nomad channel, where we don't just talk about moving abroad, we talk about building a life that actually fits you. See you in the next video.